Whether you're rocking the launch edition of the PlayStation or the late-in-life PS1 model, you're in luck. In this video, you'll learn how to convert a stock PlayStation 1 memory card into a UNIROM memory card. And just like magic, you'll be able to play backups of your favorite PlayStation 1 games right on your console. All the steps to go from stock memory card to UNIROM are included, and we're starting now. Alright, I've got to cover some key prerequisites here. This works with all PlayStation 1 models except for the NTSC-J model. That's the Japanese model. The CD drive cannot be unlocked through UNIROM. You'll need a PlayStation 2 system that has a memory card that can run FreeMcBoot, Free Hard Drive Boot, or any other exploit software. If you need a memory card that can do this, I have a link for you in the description below where you can buy one, and a link in the description where you can make your own. You need a USB drive that's formatted in FAT32 format, and any size of FAT32 formatted USB drive is just fine. If you have the original SCPH 1001 or 1002 model of PlayStation, you'll need to have both a UNIROM memory card in the left slot and a separate memory card in the right slot in order for this to work. And finally, whatever memory card you're going to use to install UNIROM on, go ahead and devote that memory card to this process. While it can be reversed, once you get UNIROM installed on your card, I don't think you're going to want to. It's awesome. And if you have any saved games on that memory card, you might want to consider backing them up to a separate memory card. And finally, if you need a new memory card to install UNIROM on, I have them linked in the description below, and I've tested this brand and it works 100%. The software that you need to install on your memory card to softmod your PlayStation 1 is called FreePSXBoot. It's available on the GitHub and linked in the description below. But you need to grab the version of the software that's specific to your model number. Let me show you how that's done. Get the model number from the bottom of your PlayStation. It'll be the SCPH number on the bottom sticker. Then use the find function of your browser to type in that model information. In this case, it's SCPH-101. It's the PS1 model that you saw at the beginning of the video. When you type enter, you'll see SCPH-101 is highlighted. That's going to show you the specific download that you need to get. The easiest way to find that download on the page is go ahead and select all of the text and copy everything that's in that text box. Go back up to the find function of your browser and then paste in everything that you copied right there. Oh, it's going to highlight the exact text you've already highlighted, but click the down arrow in the find function of your browser and it'll take you to the download link that's an exact match. This way you don't have to memorize all the stuff that's in that string of text. Click the download link to grab the memory card image file and download it to your computer. You'll also need some software in order to write that image file directly over to your memory card. In this case, it's going to be an app called the Memory Card Annihilator at the PSX-Place website linked in the description below. Scroll down on the page until you see the big green download box and click it to download the software. In your downloads folder, you'll see the memory card image you downloaded and the Memory Card Annihilator compressed folder. Go ahead and plug in your FAT32 formatted drive. Extract the contents of the Memory Card Annihilator compressed folder and then delete the compressed folder when you're done in order to eliminate clutter out of the downloads folder. Then grab the memory card image file and the complete folder that you uncompressed and drag them and drop them right into the root of the FAT32 formatted USB drive. Then you're done with your PC. You can close out the File Explorer windows, safely eject the USB drive from your computer, and transition over to your PlayStation 2. On your PlayStation 2 Fat or Slim model, insert the USB drive into the system, insert the FreeMcBoot card into the left slot, insert the PlayStation 1 card into the far right slot, and of course plug in a controller if you want the whole thing to work. Then power on your system. When the main menu for FreeMcBoot, Free Hard Drive Boot, or your other exploit comes up, navigate to the section for LaunchELF or ULaunchELF and select it with the X button to start the program. When ULaunchELF comes up, press the circle button to advance through the menu systems to access the partitions and drive locations on your PlayStation 2. Use the controller's D-pad to move the red highlight down until you get to the section that says Mass and select it with circle. That's going to access the content on the USB drive plugged into your PlayStation 2. Then use the D-pad again to move the red highlight down until you get to the folder for Memory Card Annihilator, then press the circle button. Then move the red highlight down to the MCAL file and select it with circle. You'll be greeted with graphic representations of the memory cards plugged into your PlayStation 2, the FreeMcBoot card in slot 1, and the blank PlayStation 1 memory card in slot 2. Use the D-pad to move the white highlighter over to slot 2 and select slot 2 with the X button to choose the PlayStation 1 memory card. If you've already formatted your PlayStation 1 memory card in your console, great, but if you haven't and you're using a brand new card, you'll need to format it. Choose Format from the list of options with the X button. And remember, if you're formatting a card that you already have save games on, you'll probably want to back those up before you format. Use the D-pad to move the highlight over to Yes and select Yes with the X button to format your memory card. Once the format process is complete, press the X button to go back to the main menu. And once again, move the highlight over to slot number 2 to select PlayStation 1 memory card with the X button. From the list of menu choices, you'll need to write the memory card image that you downloaded from the GitHub. Use the D-pad to move the highlight down to Restore MC Image and select it with the X button. Just like before, you'll need to select the USB drive. Use the D-pad to scroll the highlight down to Mass 0 and select Mass 0 with the X button. You won't see the memory card image directly. What you need to do is press the right 2 button or the right trigger button on your controller and it will reveal the memory card image in the list of options. Then use the D-pad to scroll the selector down to the memory card image file and select it with the X button. Once you select it, you'll get a pop-up confirmation message to make sure you understand that if you write this memory card image, any data on the card will be lost. Use the D-pad to move the highlight over to Yes and select it with the X button. It will write the memory card image over to your PlayStation 1 card, and once it's done, you'll get a confirmation message. Press the X button to continue. Then you'll be back at the main menu again. At this point, you are done with your PlayStation 2. You can power off your PlayStation 2 console, remove the PlayStation 1 memory card from the rightmost slot on the PlayStation 2 console, and remove the USB drive. Set the USB drive aside, then insert the memory card into the leftmost slot on your PlayStation 1 and plug in your controller. Then power on your console. Depending upon what version of the firmware for the system that you have, you'll see either a graphic or text representation of the memory card and the disk icons. Select the memory card with the X button. Then be prepared to see a brightly colored screen, but as you notice, there's actually a bar moving from left to right across the entirety of the screen while UNIROM is being loaded into your PlayStation. And in just around 11 seconds or so, whammo, you will have UNIROM loaded up on your system. At this point, you need to remove the UNIROM memory card from slot number 1. And if you want to save your game progress, you can put a properly formatted PlayStation 1 memory card into slot number 1. Back at the UNIROM menu, press the X button to continue forward to your list of choices. And the first one in the list of choices is Boot CD. Now you can open up the door on the PlayStation, insert your backup or import game, and close the door. Then select Boot CD with the X button. And in the next menu setting, select Play with the X button to launch the game. UNIROM will verify that the disk is readable and ready to go, and then your game will launch. And as you can see here, I was able to load a backup copy of Castlevania Symphony of the Night with no problem, just as though it was the original disc. For more great content you're sure to love, check out this video here shown on screen in the desktop browsing experience and linked in the pinned comment and description below.